Hello, Gen Z. What's going on? Hope all is good on your side. So, as Diwali is approaching us, we are also moving towards the end of our Ramayana stories. So, without any further ado, let's start our Sri Ram Gatha. After Hanumanji sets Lanka on fire, he returned back to Sri Ram. Sugriv congratulated Hanumanji on his brave deed and honored him at a ceremony. When Ram saw them rejoicing, he grew restless and inquired about Sita and her well being. Hanumanji turned to Ram and gave a detailed report of his stay in Lanka. When he narrated the story about Sita's torture, tears welled up in Ram's eyes. Hanumanji also told Ram that only a few months were left before Ravan would kill Sita if she did not agree to marry him. After handing over a piece of jewelry Sita had gave to Hanuman, Hanumanji said, "O Lord, Sita loves you dearly. She is eagerly waiting for you to rescue her." Embracing Hanuman, Ram thanked him for his selfless service. To cross the sea and to go to Lanka, Ram shot his arrows through the water. The sea god, Samudra, appeared before Ram. With hands folded, he said that if sea dried, the natural balance would be affected. He suggested Ram should consult Nal, Vishwakarma's able son and a soldier in Sugriv's army, to construct a bridge. Accordingly, Nal laid out a plan for the construction. All the monkeys got together to build the bridge. Large trees, bamboos, huge rocks, and a lots of sand were used to construct the platform. When Nal finished the building bridge, all the gods, including Samudra, came to see it. They admired his work and showered petals on him. Once it was constructed, Samudra assured Ram that he would keep his water stable when the monkey brigade crossed the bridge. The sea became still. Then it was time for Ram and the huge army of monkeys to cross the bridge. Sugriv said to Ram, "Let Hanuman and Angad carry you, and Lakshman on his backs, while the rest of the army walks on." Agreeing to Sugriv's suggestion, Ram and Lakshman climbed Hanuman and Angad's sturdy shoulders. Once Ram and Lakshman were carried across, the huge battalion of monkeys followed. Some jumped, some screamed, while others danced as they marched on the bravely towards Lanka. Now the battle started after reaching Lanka. To kill Ram and Lakshman, Ravan sent Prahast, the most powerful soldier, to the battlefield. Unfortunately, he too was killed. Losing all his men one by one, Ravan decided to go to the battlefield himself. As he arrived with his collection of special weapons, arrows came flying from all the directions. Resplendent in his chariot, Ravan positioned himself and started to strike back. Within minutes, he killed hundreds of monkeys. Seeing this, both Ram and Lakshman started firing their weapons at Ravan and gradually weakened him. The Rakshas king was wounded, and his golden crown and his chariot were broken. Without a weapon, Ravan stood helpless on the battlefield. Then Ram walked up to him and said, "It is not right to fight a soldier when he is unarmed. I shall spare you. Go back and come fully armed tomorrow." Ravan lowered his face in shame and went back to his palace. On the other side, Ravan expelled his younger brother Vibhishan from Lanka because he tried to discourage Ravan from fighting with Sri Ram. Vibhishan then decided to go to Ram and help him. Seeing Vibhishan, Sugriv and others grew suspicious. But Hanuman assured them that he is a honest man. Like a loyal servant, Vibhishan told Ram about Ravan's strength and weaknesses too. He explained that Ravan had been granted the boon of immortality by Brahma. He gave Ram all the details of Ravan's weapon, soldiers, army, and the method of warfare. He also told him about Indrajit's ability to disappear while fighting the enemy. All this valuable information helped Ram to decide how to organize his army and fight Ravan. Finally, Vibhishan suggested that Ram should pray to Samudra to help him to build the bridge to Lanka across the sea. Ram warmly hugged Vibhishan and thanked him for all his help. Ram promised to crown Vibhishan the king of Lanka after defeating Ravan and freeing Sita from his clutches. Ravan wanted to marry Sita and thought that if he could convince Sita of Ram's death, she might agree to marry him. He went to a Rakshasi called Vidyutjiva and asked her to create a head similar to that of Ram's. Showing the head of Ram, Ravan said, "Look, you foolish women, my demons have killed your Ram. Now you have to marry me." Saying these words, Ravan went back laughing to his palace. Sita believed Ravan and her heart broke. She wept for Ram, but Trijita consoled her, saying that it's just a trick by Ravan. She said that she had seen a dream that Ram was approaching Lanka. Sita was so overjoyed to hear her words. So you must be enjoying, but this carve of stories would be continued until the next part arrives. Hope you all might have known about my Instagram and Facebook account. If not, then please make it sure that you follow me there. Also, a sub to the channel will be phenomenal. So then, see you. Bye bye.